Guys, I'm on a journey to hear every song ever recorded. I've heard every Rancid song that exists, so we're going to do a song battle. I've got a playlist pulled up. Okay, we've got a playlist. We've got the playlist of the complete Rancid catalog, and we're going to hit shuffle on this thing, and I'm going to tell you which song I prefer, and you can join in the fun. You can throw some random song versus songs at me, and I will answer you to the best of my abilities. Or I might just start reading. This book is full of spiders for some reason. I might burst into song. I might play a guitar. I might have a box full of toilet paper. Who knows what will happen. But we're going to start at the beginning of the Rancid complete discography. We've got it on shuffle. So let's just start with Sex and Death. That new Motorhead cover is going to go into battle and lose to Tropical London. I really love Indestructible. That's definitely my favorite Rancid album. Don't click away. White Knuckle Ride versus Eddie the Butcher. I'm going to go White Knuckle Ride on that one. Cold Cold Blood from Troublemaker is going against A Power Inside. And I'm going to go with A Power Inside on that battle. Roots Radical, a classic. Roots Radical versus Whirlwind, definitely Roots Radical. Tomorrow Never Comes. I really like that one a lot. Tomorrow Never Comes versus Django. That's how I say it. And you're just going to have to deal with it. That's how it's spelled. Django. You build your coffin around. You drag your coffin around. Just like a dead man does. So Django beats Tomorrow Never Comes. But that one, I really love both of those. Next up, the next battle is When the Smoke Clears versus As One. I'm going to go with, it's a hot take, I'm going to go with When the Smoke Clears. Injury. Let's see if we can get the visuals a little bit better for you guys. We get that. Does that look cooler? That looks a little cooler, right? Injury versus I'm Not the Only One. Now that doesn't look cool for you guys. Injury versus I'm Not the Only One. I got to go with Injury. That's my gut instinct on that one. So let's keep shuffling through. Lock, Step, and Gone versus No Way Out with Jesse Malin. I got to go with the Jesse Malin. I really like Jesse Malin or Malin, and I just think that's a really strong little ditty they did there. Coppers versus Unwritten Rules. Unwritten Rules. I Ain't Worried from Let the Dominoes Fall. I was very disappointed in that album when it came out. I Ain't Worried versus Xmas Eve. Xmas Eve. That was close, though. Probably the closest one we've had yet. Wrongful Suspicion versus Drop Dead In. I go Drop Dead In. LA River versus Old Friend. I'm going to go with Old Friend. That's Just the Way That It Is Now versus Media Controller. I'm voting for That's Just the Way That It Is Now. Gave It Away versus Radio Havana. I'm giving it to the radio, people. The Radio Havana. Corruption versus Clockwork Orange. Gotta be a Clockwork Orange. The Red Rancid album. That's the one for me, man. 2003 was fucking sick, man. I don't care what anybody says. Start Now. Oh, we got another Red Album classic. Start Now versus Ben Zenatado. Start Now. It's got to be Start Now. Trenches. Trenches versus Lulu. I'm going to go Trenches. Born Frustrated. It's probably my least favorite track from my favorite album versus the acoustic Bravest Kids. Oh, that's tough, but I'm going to go with Born Frustrated. The War's End. Come on, Shuffle. Work. Where'd you go? Rancid. Come back. Where'd they go? The War's End versus Honor Is All We Know. I'm going to go with the War's End. Diabolical versus That's Entertainment. I go with That's Entertainment. Up to No Good. Up to No Good. Up to No Good is a very, very great song. It's one of the better ones on Domino. So Up to No Good versus You Want It, You Got It acoustic. And I got to give it to Up to No Good. That can't be a hot take. Intros are garbage. So we got the Life Won't Wait intro versus Don't Make Me Do It. So I'm going to go with newer Rancid on this one. I got a book full of spiders, and I can do that if I want to. Roadblock. There's a video for Roadblock? Hell yeah, brother. Where's the video? Spotify's telling me there's a Roadblock video. Roadblock beats out She's Automatic. Of course. Devil's Dance versus Dead and Gone. I'm going to go with Dead and Gone. Another Night loses to Where I'm Going. Cocktails versus Union Blood. I'm going to go with Union Blood. The Way I Feel beats Holiday Surprise. Gotta be the winner. Junkie Man beats Disgruntled. Outgunned Acoustic loses to Stop. Face Up loses to I Kept a Promise. And the original You Want It, You Got It loses to Listed MIA because that was in my original OG Rancid mix CD. Right? When you get into Rancid, that's just one of the songs that's got to be there. The Ballad of Jimmy and Johnny is a classic, but it loses to Ivory Coast. That was almost a tie. Sidekick. Oh, Sidekick goes against Other Side. I love you, Robert, and I always will. Oh, man. One of the greatest songs about a dead friend you'll ever hear. Gonna see you on the other side. Everybody's got a song called Other Side. Ozzy, Blink-182, Rancid. That's like every musician I can't even think of another musician. The Red Hot Chili Peppers. How many Other Side songs can you name? But this is probably one of the best ones. Travis Bickle versus Olympia WA. I got to go Travis Bickle. I freaking love that album. Sick Sick World. Where'd you go? Sick Sick World versus Go On Rise Up. I'm going to go Sick Sick World. It's a Road to Righteousness versus Axiom. I'm going to go Road to Righteousness. On the cusp of an explosion, the Rancid Boys battle a book full of spiders. Disconnected versus International Cover-Up. I think I'm going to go Disconnected today. That could change. But, this is a good one. Last One to Die. It's one of my favorite songs ever. That's a good one. For hitting the gym, for hitting the Planet Fitness place in the face. Just pounding that lunk alarm. Last One to Die. I can't imagine what song would beat Last One to Die, but we're going to find out. Let's see. Versus Battering Ram? No, no, nope. Last One to Die always wins. Everybody's Suffering versus 1998. I was suffering in 1998. But I'm going to go. I'll give it to the popular, the moral majority. I'm going to give it to the majority of people here. I think I'm going to go with 1998. Slamming doors, hitting the streets. Indrina versus Ghost Band. Ghost Band. Oh, man. I don't know what it is. I know it's a very poppy album. Indestructible is just, it's one of my favorite albums of all time. Prisoner's Song versus East Bay Night Acoustic. I usually don't like acoustic or live tracks. That's just the lowest of the low. It's like one step above intros and outros and interludes. That stuff's bullshit. But East Bay Night is not. It's pretty darn good stuff. I recommend it. I recommend it highly. Hear a punk song. Everything's going to be all right. It's just another East Bay Night. Avenues and oi, oi, oi! Avenues and Alleyways versus Raise Your Fist. I'm going to go with Avenues and Alleyways for the win. Oi, oi, oi. Oi to the punks. Oi to the church. No doubt. Okay. Detroit versus Disorder and Array. We got the D versus the D. I'm going to give it to Disorder and Disarray. Okay? That rhymes. Disorder and Disarray. Okay. We got the Bravest Kids are going into battle against the Burn. But I'm going to give it to the Bravest Kids. Brixton versus Liberty and Freedom. Brixton. Ghost of a Chance is another favorite of mine. Ghost of a Chance is going against Blacklisted, and in an incredible turn of events, something is actually beating a B-side or a C-side from that era that I love. Mud, Blood, and Gold versus I Want to Riot. Oof. I'm going to go Mud, Blood, and Gold. The Red album, Indestructible, getting beat out again. It's still not dying. It can never die. Last One to Die, Acoustic, versus We've Arrived Right on Time. Last One to Die. Again, that's my gym anthem. You want to work out? You work out to Rancid. You'll lose some weight. Lady Liberty versus Something in the World Today. And I usually like newer better than older, but Something in the World Today is just, it's a classic. It's got to win here no matter what. Life won't wait for you to vote or to join in the chat. I really want to read this book. I just got this book and it's fucking good. 30 hours prior to the outbreak. If only I had time to read it. On your radio broadcaster. Nihilism. I'm pretty nihilistic. Oh, there's a video. Nihilism versus Domino's Fall Acoustic. We got to give that to Nihilism, right? There's no fucking way. Magnificent Rogue versus Stand Your Ground. The Magnificent Rogue loses because Stand Your Ground has stood its ground. Tomorrow you may die. Salvation. Oh man. What was your first Rancid song? Was it Ruby, Ruby, Ruby Soho or Salvation? I think Salvation was mine. It's one of those two, but God, that was the beginning, right? One of those two music videos If you knew about them before that, you are a punk rocker, my friend. Salvation is just taking a tenderloin and beating the ever loving crap out of it. Um, because we can't be precious about these classics or whatever. We can pick our own classics. We can have our own favorites. We don't have to go by what society tells. I gotta get a drink of sparkling water. I also need to check my blood pressure. What was I saying? Follow the rules, obey. Obey. Obey all the rules, people. That's what Rancid wants you to do. That's what the transplants want you to do. Obey. Obey the powers. Jason Pargan. All right. T.I.? T.I.? The rapper? Anyway, East Bay Night versus Devil in Disguise. Ooh. Ooh, this one's almost a tie. I'm going to go, oh man, East Bay Night or Devil in Disguise. Oh God. Ooh, we got to turn it up. Devil. I'm going to go Devil. Live Forever. Live Forever versus Out of Control. Oh, I'm going to go Out of Control. I am going to go. It's out of control. It's out of control. Okay. All right. Motorcycle Ride versus Radio. Radio, because the Green Day connection and stuff, you know. We got to get this copyrighted infringement out of here. Poison versus Let's Go. Let's Go wins. I Am Forever beats Don Giovanni. Red Hot Moon beats almost everything. Up a close of a street punk troublemaker. Definitely loses to Red Hot Moon. Things to Come loses to It's Quite All Right. And Kill the Lights. Kill the Lights versus Now We're Through With You. Now We're Through With You. Journey to the End of East Bay, one of my all-time favorites. But it goes up against Memphis, so it loses. But that was, God, tragic. Make It Out Alive loses to Adina. In the Streets versus Dead Bodies, I go with Dead Bodies. Meteor of War versus Say Goodbye to Our Heroes, I'm going to say Meteor of War. Life Won't Wait versus I Am the One. Life Won't Wait. Golden Gate Fields versus I Ain't Worried Acoustic. I'm going to say Golden Gate Fields. The Brothels beats Antennas. Blood Clot. Oh, that's it. You could have jumped on the Rancid train at Blood Clot, Ruby Soho, or Salvation. Those are your choices. You're either a real punk rocker or you're not. Black Derby Jacket beats Locomotive. Evil's My Friend beats The Wolf. Civilian Ways beats Back Where I Belong. Who Would Have Thought beats Molly Make Up Her Mind. Idle Hands loses to Like Rashker Square. Turntable loses to 7 Years Down. That's a really great song. Indestructible versus Beauty of the Pool Hall. Indestructible. Not to Regret beats Harry Bridges. Malfunction versus I Got Them Blues Again. Malfunction. Midnight versus Fall Back Down. Come on, man. Fall Back Down. Liberty and Freedom Acoustic versus Rwanda. Rwanda. Shine Bright. Time Bomb. That's another one of those big ones. Time Bomb versus Bover Rock and Roll. Time Bomb. Not even close. New Orleans Acoustic. Oh, that's weird. In the shuffle, it did New Orleans Acoustic versus New Orleans. How did that happen? I'm going to go with the regular version. One Way Ticket versus New American. I'm going to go New American. Skull City loses to 100 Years. Just a Feeling versus Rattlesnake. I'm going to go Just a Feeling. Loki versus This Place. I'm going to go This Place. Rats in the Hallway versus Fuck You. I really like F You. Hoover Street loses. No. Hoover Street versus As Wicked. I'm going to go As Wicked. Dope Sick Girl versus The Highway. I really like Dope Sick Girls. Warsaw loses to Hyena. That's a great one. The Sentence versus Name. I like Name. It's such a weird take on that Goo Goo Dolls classic. Hellbound Train is better than Crane Fist, of course. Young Al Capone versus Buddy. I'm going to go with Young Al Capone. Impro's Lapdog versus Rigged on a Fix. I'm going to go with rigging on that one. Friggin' for a rigging. Where are you guys at? Are you guys right there? Make My Way through Fist Fights and Stilettos. Spirit of 87. I was 2. I was at that disco, baby. Spirit of 87 beats the crap out of Blast 'Em. Wait a minute. Where'd I go? Let's see. Okay, I'm back. I had some camera issues. Good Lord. What happened? Anyway, where were we? Blast 'Em. We'll do Blast 'Em versus Carranzo de Oro. And I like Blast 'Em. Out of My Mind loses to St. Mary. Stranded versus Back Up Against the Wall. I really like Back Up Against the Wall. Track Fast loses big time to Rejected. Have you guys heard the covers that are out there of Rejected? Oh man. Rejected with Skinhead Rob. Reconciliation versus Damnation. Some big words. I like Reconciliation better than Damnation, damn it. Black and Blue loses to Animosity. And Hear Us Out versus Farewell Lola Blue. I go Hear Us Out. Tattoo, is going up against Maxwell Murder. Max wins. All American Neighborhood versus Let Me Go. Let Me Go. And now we got the Ruby Soho. Oh God. Ruby Soho versus David Courtney. I got to go Ruby Soho, but David Courtney is going to come and hurt me. This is Not the End versus Black Lung. This is not the end. Already Dead versus You Don't Care Nothing. I'm going to have to go with the Outcome the Wolves classic, You Don't Care Nothing. Get Out of My Way versus The Unaliving Zone. I like The Unaliving Zone. Telegraph Avenue beats LA River Acoustic. New Dress versus Solidarity. Solidarity. The Bloody and Violent History beats Climb in the Bottle. This Place Acoustic loses to Dominoes Fall. And Cash Culture and Violence loses to the 11th Hour, which again was on that massive Rancid mixtape. I think, remember how you could only put 20, 25 songs on a CD back in the day? With Rancid, you could put 33 songs on a CD. Arrested in Shanghai beats Hooligans. I don't care what you think. Disconnected Acoustic beats Gravedigger. Ghetto Box loses to Black Hawk Down. Wait. Oh, and we've shuffled through all of Rancid's discography. Let's do some fun ones. With Sound System by a little band called Operation Ivy versus Back to Higher Ground by the Briggs. Sorry, Briggs. Classics of Love, Common Rider versus The New You by Vandals. I'm going to go Vandals. Caseby Nights by Catch 22 versus IMU Off With Their Hits, Catch 22. Jaded by Operation Ivy versus Bored Teenager by the Briggs, Op Ivy. And we've done it, people. We've shuffled through the entire song versus song battle of Rancid. Let's see. Real quick before we get off here. Let's see. I am reading this book is full of spiders. So far, it has not been full of spiders. There's no spiders so far. But we'll look at the Nomads have a new song out. What do we got? I'm going to show you what's new to me. Brandy Carlisle's got a new song. Pedogio Totogio Monogio has a new song. Frankie and the Studs re-releasing Venus. We got Ouija Mac with his weirdness. Nora Jones with Chris Hame. Dave Matthews Band. Ted Nugent. Pacifier. Pits in the Wind. Nothing really jumping out to me. The Nomads got me excited. Dexter and the Moon Rocks. Nothing just mind-boggling. Show you around a little bit. Made for me. What do I got? I got this mix is, let's see what my daily mix one looks like. Warren Zevon, People Are Ugly. I'm not a big fan of Yellow Card, I'm not sure, or the Ataris. It's kind of a Green Day adjacent mix. My shit's fucked up. That's all right. Not sure why Kid Rock's in here with all these heavy metal people. It's not bad. Not terrible. The Clash. Check this one out. This one's legit. The Clash, Co-Defendants, The Lawrence and Arms, Social Distortion, The Dwarves, Off with Their Heads, Descendants, AFI, I'm so punk rock, The Messengers, I don't want to be an asshole anymore. But I do, though. I want to continue to be one. Nightlife. Taking a ride to my old dwarf. What the Chumbawamba? Co-Defendants. Counting back from 13. This is a good playlist right here. The Hell, Social Distortion, The Ramones with Chainsaw. Uh-oh. Nothing to do. Back in line. Okay. So punk rock. What's this? Cold, Everclear, Gray Days, Bird Brains. Oh, Bird Brain. That's the youth of America. Submersed, Institute, Default. That's all right. Mr. T Experience Mix. That's pretty cool. Winona Riders, Pinhead Gunpowder, FOD, Get Dead, Fake Names. This is good. Davey Havoc and Heckle. Oh, I love Heckle. The Lookouts, The Defiant, Laura Jane Grace, having some issues. Punk Rock 101. That's not a Bowling Pursuit song. Cockatoo Swill. The Hives with what's this, like an indie rock mix? Yeah. Oh, Angel's Wings. They are down on your luck. Hey, baby, it's a long, long way up. Hold back now. Hold back your tears some more. Meta Room, when you want something completely different. New Rehab album, kind of check that out. Normal Isn't. This is kind of a bigger release. Might need to talk about a little bit. Pendulum. Our monuments. So much top artist this month. Only visible to me. Now it's visible to you. Top artist this month. Check this insanity out. Let me get this copyrighted material to stop playing. Soft play? What, mate? Should have done your research. I want my money back, boys, for the t-shirts. Is your back sore? I bet your knees hurt. Is this another publicity stunt? Soft play, more like soft. Bad Religion. I want to conquer the world. American Jesus. Holy crap. They've got a great Red album too. Empire Strikes First. Billy Talent. MCR. No Effects. I'm so punk rock that I listen to Linkin Park unironically. System of a Down. The Killers. Red Hot Chili Peppers. Slipknot. Viagra Boys. I lost some cred. I got some cred back. Blink 182. The most gangster rappers of all time. Gautier. Very punk rock. ASAP Rocky. He's got rock in the name, so he's punk rock. Sum 41. They're all retired. The Messengers. Trying to get into them. Not really working for me. They're just a little bit too far away from what I like. The Mighty Mighty Boss Tones have some good stuff. Ghost, Obscurest Vinyl. Obscurest Vinyl have classics like I Glued My Balls to My Butthole Again. You Look Like You Could Use a Fucking Lamp. Rubbin' and okay, I can't read some of these. It's time to oh my God. Their best songs, though, are Lost in the Corn Maze. I'm lost in the corn maze again. Girl, I know I'm sorry I'm late. I'm effing lost in the corn maze. It's a effing Christmas dream. All I want for Christmas is glue. If you can't handle me at my worst, that's completely... We're going to have to play it so we can see the rest of the title. That's completely reasonable. Come on, scroll. That's completely reasonable. Because I'm a terrible person. Jenny Stardust. Mayor Breslin is a very attractive man. It's AI generated, people. I know you guys love it. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, don't look at that. I apologize. Don't look at that. Don't look at any of these words on the screen now. Oh God, I got to get off of this. This is very bad, very obscene. All right, let's find somebody a little classier, like the Viagra Boys. Or 8-Bit Arcade, Soft Soundscapes. Rob Zombie, The Slumbering One. Daft Punk, Michael Jackson. Joyner Lucas, one of my favorite rappers. Death Lens. They have a song called Cold World. Pinhead Gunpowder. I think these guys might be the network. Co-Defendants, Ramones, Foo Fighters, Pucifer, Kid Capici. They show up here on the channel from time to time. I was doing an album review for Kid Capici, and I was like, I know they're not watching, but if they are, blah, 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 blah. And there they were in the comment section, just like Hank Williams III, or who else has shown up here on the channel? Some of the guys from Smash Mouth show up from time to time. Hank 3, Smash Mouth, and some other big names. But Kid Capici has reached out, and I really appreciate that. Redefined has reached out. Green Day, Shooter Jennings, Rehab, Three Doors Down. Dang. Gorillaz, Rancid, The Clash, dang. Ozzy died. The Hives. My patrolling days are over, and I ain't shot nobody since. That new Co-Defendants with DOC. Public playlist. What the hell's going on down here? Oh, followers. Okay, that's you guys. think I need to go. I think I need to go eat something. Well, sure. Pooper. Wonder if that new Ouija Mac song is good. I'm never gonna be able to type Ouija Mac. Can you spell Ouija Mac without looking? You can't. You can't. Let's look at some more obscurest vinyl songs. Um, um, the fart that came back to life only to fart again. Walking. These guys won't stop farting. Happy Valentine's Day, guys. Barking up the wrong Ola. Great Depression. Oh, this one's good. The third time. Shoes, pants falling down. Your boyfriend is literally a clown. Ooh. I look like a scarecrow. Oh my God. Oh my God. Somebody help me. Lord help me, I think I'm gonna die. Freaking lost in the corn maze. Freaking lost in the corn maze again. Lord, I know I'm sorry I'm late. I'm freaking lost in the corn maze again. The number bands. Afro Man is tight. After Midnight Project. Alicia Bridges. Let's just scroll down to the K's. Kubla Blabla Kubla Kabla. Michael O'Neill, of course. Nicki Minaj. Paul McCartney, never heard of him. The Pretenders, Rakim. Rainbow Butt Monkeys. Reggie in the Full Effect. Renee. Paper Doll was a really great song. Squid, Sprints, Teenage Bottle Rocket, Teenage Fan Club, Teenage Time Killers. Why is Ted Nugent beside all the teenagers? Very strange. The Crew. Rancid fans should know we're expecting something. We're expecting more, right? We're expecting more. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, and yada, yada, yada for more song versus songs live streams like this. I do videos where I rank albums. I talk about music news. I go for months at a time just putting out nonstop Green Day content. But yeah, I'm ranking bands by the percentage of music that I like. And Rancid, real quick, I can tell you where Rancid are. They're one of my favorite bands. Rancid are Rancid. I got this big old list. They're my 98th favorite band. I like about 28%, 28.48% of Rancid's music. They have put out a lot of music, and just really, really partial to Indestructible. Huge fan of the Transplants. Really miss those guys. I like Tim Armstrong solo material. I've got some Lars Fredriksson and the Bastards over there in the CD collection. I'm bald. All right. Uh, it's always weird, like, oh, nobody's watching. Oh, somebody's watching. I am famous. I am super famous. Are there any Rancid songs? Rancid guitar chords. I could torture you guys. So hungry. I'm not going to play anything. Obscurest Vinyl. Check them out for a good laugh. Oh. His name is Jimmy Brown. Jimmy Brown. My name is Jimmy Brown, and I have a he urinated on a butterfly. Someone left 4 chicken fillet fillets in the middle of somewhere. He has a horrible relationship with food and mental health, I think. I Am Happiest When I'm Unconscious was the song that got me into Jimmy Brown. I stepped on a pheasant. I'm quitting Prozac to continue drinking. I'm pre-diabetic. I'm an obese alcoholic. Things are great.